chosen vessels, what's the deal? Shout out to the galactic family. I need each and every chosen vessel to hit that like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, everybody hit that like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. You are not going to want to miss this one. This is the video you've all been waiting for. What people say has absolute zero power over your life. They can only gain access through your thought of your mind. They can only gain access to your thought through your mind. Let's talk about it. People, right? Mainly narcissists, energy vampires, and even just difficult everyday folks. It takes a toll on you when there's a lot more going on than you care to be aware of or you care to focus on. All right. And there are some people that are just so popular, just so magnetic, just so adored that it can become overwhelming for all your admirers who are paying attention to you, trying to get attention from you. Seems like they're more worried about you and focused on you than you are your very own self. And it gets frustrating, it gets overwhelming. It can drive a person to question their own sanity at times, depending on if the people had evil intentions. Not everybody monitoring you is evil. There are some people checking you out, keeping tabs on you, that just like to see you succeed. They like to see you win, but from a distance. There are people who see you and they give you a spiritual thumbs up. They give you a spiritual high five. All right. Unfortunately, they may just not have the heart to approach you, to talk to you, to seek you out for guidance or anything like that. But some of these people are out to destroy you. All right. Some of these people are broken. Some of these people are hurt. Some of these people want to hurt others. Some of these people want to destroy you, just like they've been destroyed, just like somebody else came out after them. Some of them, they want to come out after you. And because you may be an empath, or you may be a light warrior, or a super empath, or a star seed, a divine one, a chosen one, they may take your kindness for weakness because you don't have a negative spirit. If you're not evil today, if you're not on demon time, there are people out here who think you're weak. They think you're soft because you're not on demon time. You're not ready to throw your life away. You're not ready to take off your halo, take off your crown, and exchange it for some horns. Who would, in their right mind, would do that? I'm not sure. Maybe somebody under the spirit of that clout spirit. All right, that clout spirit is taking out this new generation. All right, there's that clout spirit, that quick fame, that quick buck. That's where money becomes the root of all evil because of what you'll do to get it. And it's not money that's the root of all evil, it's the lack of it. Because if people had money, the money itself is not evil. If people had money, they wouldn't be on this demon time stuff. If they were freely giving money out, people would be like, man, I'm not wasting my time with that. I could just go get some money. So it's a program. They're putting people on a demonic frequency. They make things real fast to make people want things instant, to make people want microwave success, to make people think that time is running out, to make people think that they're missing out, to make them think that they're not fulfilling their life or their destiny if they can't get it right now. And if you're not on that I need it right now, that demonic time wave, that demonic time length, that frequency, it got to happen now. If you're not on that demon time, that handle things with evil instead of handling things on angel time, love, compassion, caring, kindness. That's what love is. Love is caring, love is kind, love is compassionate, love is honest, love is understanding. And these are things that people who are narcissistic, they lack empathy. So people who are in demon time, they lack empathy. They lack understanding. They can't project themselves into somebody else's reality. They can't project themselves in somebody else's shoes and feel how a person's doing and see themselves as that person spiritually. So what they do is they are the total opposite of that. If you aren't a narcissist, if you aren't a demon, they see you as a weak person. All right. So what they'll do is they'll try to attack you spiritually. They'll bother you, try to upset you, frustrate you, do things to upset you and piss you off because you have an energy that they require as a narcissist. They require that supply, and they're going to do anything that they could do to possibly get it from you, frustrate you, upset you, do things to get underneath your skin, aggravate you, try to make you lose your job at work. They see you as a cool, calm, collected person. They're going to try to make the boss see you as somebody that's, see, boss, I told you, but the boss doesn't know or may know if they're in cahoots. They may know that this person has spent their whole entire shift not even working, but focusing on trying to sabotage your work career at this particular job. Some people, they see you at these jobs, and because you're chosen and you have the spirit of success on you, you will go farther than a lot of these narcissists at this job, even though they are kissing the boss's booty, even though they are the boss's flying monkey, the boss's do girl, the boss's do boy. They'll still be jealous of you. They'll get the promotion and still be hateful towards you. They'll get the new salary, they'll get the bonus and still be jealous of you. You're just a janitor. You're just the mailroom guy. It's like that movie. It's like that movie, Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money. Gang stalker ahead, wearing the same color as me, riding a bike. I'm gonna turn this way so you'll see this person. And it's nothing to be afraid about. And I'm so glad that this person actually is coming this way because I just avoided somebody on the opposite side. So it might even be this person. But I'm so glad that this person has come this way because now you're actually going to get to see in real time one of my stalkers if they're still here. So, oh no, they're wearing orange. Okay, this is the same color. But either way, right? What they'll do is you'll try to avoid people and I'll touch on that later. But when you try to go to a lot of places by yourself, your admirers will pop up. But the people at these jobs, right, they'll have their own situation going for themselves. They'll have their own. Who rides a bike out in the dirt except somebody trying to be seen by somebody else? But we're not focused on that. And I'm going to tell you how to take your mind off of things like that. That's what this whole, I ain't whispering. That's what this whole video is about. If they don't want to be talked about, they shouldn't have came this way. They knew I was here. Anyway, see, these people stalk you and they want you to feel like you never have a moment of peace to yourself. But that could be God as well, because you see how God works, right? Let's see if I could get him. I don't know if y'all saw him, but y'all heard him ride past. That's how God works. You talk about something and boom, here they come. All right. But these people at these jobs, they'll have the whole salary. You'll just be in the mail room, right? Like the guy, like the Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money movie. See, the devil comes to try to distract you. All right. But just like in the Mo Money movie, Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money. The dude worked in the mail room. He liked a girl that worked in the office. The girl in the office was dating the guy, light-skinned dude with the glasses. He was all proper and had his position and had his job. Sorry if y'all can't see me. He had his position. I'll stay in the shade. He had his position and he had his little job. I like walk. I like the sun, how the sun is making me feel. But still, his job, his position wasn't enough to sway that woman to what's the word I'm looking for? To get that woman to like him. He had the job. He had the he had the swagger. He had the, you know what I'm saying, the little rich guy, rich black guy swag. And this was in the 90s. So, yo, when this was in the 90s, back when them little weird corny clothes people was wearing that wasn't hip hop, it meant you had money. You know them little clothes older black guys wore with the little jean collared shirts, and they'd have their little glasses and their little office pants on with the little vests and whatnot. They'd be walking a little African kente cloth, kuta kente cloth looking tie, but hey, all right, little box, a little pretty boosie fade without all the shape up and everything, little nap in the back. You know how it was in the 90s with grown folks. All right, and these were grown off as black people. So if you were in the 90s and you were a grown off as black person, you made it. You were doing your thing. If you made it in the office, if you were black and you made it in the office where primarily a lot of white Americans worked, and you were able to work and get into that office, you made it. You made it. All right, even as the male guy. All right, that was good money in them times, and this was based in New York, so in a New York Donald Trump type building, so they was paying. But still, he had everything that he thought the woman wanted: the job, the Benz. And she still went after the dude who made less money because he was able to woo her. He was cool. She liked his style. He took her on a date. They were in the street playing cards, gambling. All right. And he was scamming, and the narcissist boss tried to get him out that job because he stopped scamming. He didn't want to take the fall. He was going to have to go to court and end up having to go to jail. So they ended up having to prove that it wasn't him doing the scamming, it was the boss doing the scamming. He was just doing the boss's dirty work, and they ended up getting him set up and being able to keep some of that more money, more money, more money. But it goes to show you, right? This is why, and the dude tried to get him fired from that job, and that's how these offices, that's how these jobs do. All right, that's how they do. You'll get the job, you'll start working there, right? And they'll try to get you kicked out the job because you may be a male person, you may be in a lower position, but the girl still wants you, and that creates animosity, that creates hate, that creates jealousy. All right, so without any further ado, all right, that's just a little example of how you get into these situations where people don't like you and you have to deal with their negativity. You got to imagine having a job where you have to keep going back every day, where the people are trying to stab you in the back. All right, if God is telling you to leave that job, by all means leave. But if there's an opportunity, if the people are weak and you're able to stand and fight, and you're able to stomp these narcissists out, stomp them out. And this is how you do it. All right. Narcissists try to gain access, and they try to gain power to you through your mind. All right. Narcissists try to gain power to you through your own mind. So what they're going to try to do is all those things that I just stated. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to make you feel like they could take your job from you. They're going to try to frustrate you. They're going to try to get underneath your skin. They're going to do things to get on your nerves, do things that you don't like, do things to try to upset you, try to get you vexed. They have to try to get in your head and have to get you focused on them and get you distracted by them to where they're all you think about. And even gang stalkers. All right, this will even help you for gang stalkers, people who have somebody that's always following them or admiring them too much, or you're annoyed because it seems like every time you go somewhere the same people are popping up because they're more worried about you than you're worried about yourself. How you deal with these people is you realize that all the thoughts that you think are not yours. Your mind thinks 60,000 thoughts a day. Get out of here. Your mind thinks 60,000 thoughts a day. These thoughts that you're always thinking aren't yours. These thoughts that are coming from these people that are trying to make you upset and get you upset, they aren't yours. All right. I wanted to take you through that because I wanted to get you to feel a little bit of that PTSD. I wanted you to feel a little bit of that anger that these narcissists can make you feel, because I'm going to tell you how to not allow yourself to feel like that, and how to keep yourself from feeling like that, and how to stop it from affecting you, your spirit, your positive energy, and your peace. Narcissists use demonic energy and demonic frequencies and their actions to try to get in your head and to try to rip you away from your peace. They don't want you to feel peace. They want you to be disturbed. You try to have a moment to yourself, like we just saw, and people may follow you. They may try to go where you're at. They may try to get attention from you. To people who are early in this journey, that's annoying. All right, when you're trying to go somewhere and the same cars keep popping up, that's annoying. When people in your little apartment are acting weird, that's annoying. When they're stalking you and haunting you, you open your door, they open their door. You go to the trash can, they go to the trash can. You're not in the mood for that all the time. When you're dealing with life and you're pissed off and stressed, and they can see that you're going through something, that's when they attack the most. That's when it's the hardest to deal with those people. But I want to let you know, anybody who has anger problems, anybody who's dealing with emotional problems, that those thoughts that deal to those negative feelings aren't yours. And you have to own up to that. You have to know that you are not your thoughts. When you get upset, these people will get you upset and mad, and you'll be thinking that you're those thoughts. When those gang stalkers, when those narcissists, when those energy vampires, when they try to infiltrate your peace and infiltrate your mind and attack your spirit, you are not those thoughts. They get you angry, they get you upset, they get you hating them. And that's what the devil has to do, because when you are at peace, you're vibrating off of a loving frequency. When you're at peace, when you're focused, when you're good, when you're joyful, you are vibrating off of the love frequency of the Most High, of the universe, of God, of nature, of the earth, of the world. You're vibrating on a positive frequency. These people have to try to snatch you out of heaven. That's when people, he fell from heaven. They have to try to make you fall from heaven. All right, they have to try to make you fall from heaven. They want to kick you out. They want to get you out of your heaven mind state, and they want to bring you down to them. The devil got kicked out of heaven, and the devil wants to kick you out of heaven too. All right, the devil got kicked out of heaven, and that's why he's going to always have people trying to bring you down to a lower level. The devil has descended. He's descended. He's on a lower level. He's a low level entity, and everybody that works and worships him and works for his kingdom, they are on lower level frequencies as well. They're lower level entities as well. So they're going to try to bring you down. They want to lower your frequency. And if you're thinking that you're those negative thoughts, they got you. When they come into your life and they piss you off, and you think that there's no end to it, you think that they're stronger than you think they're more powerful than you think that they can take your job. Well, I lost my job to a narcissist before. I don't have any power. I'm going to be upset. They're going to take my job from me now. The problem is you thought you were those thoughts. That anger that they tried to fill your spirit with and your mind with and your heart with, so that you couldn't be peaceful, so that you'd be on edge, so that when something went wrong like things normally do, you would be freaking out because you couldn't, one more thing, you couldn't take it. That's how the devil uses them to make you feel. It's like, yo, one more thing happened, I can't take it. Man, somebody look at me the wrong way, somebody touch me the wrong way, if a baby get on my nerves or do something to me, I'm gonna be upset. That's how the devil will get you. The devil wants you to be angry 24/7. He wants you to be upset 24/7. They want to be able to make you react 24/7. You do not have to react to everything that goes on around you. Your focus is not meant to be on everything that goes on around you. Your focus is meant to be on yourself. You are not affected by everything that goes on around you. You are only affected by what goes on in your mind. People and things don't have any power over you. People and things don't have any power over you, because you are the only thinker in your universe. All right, you're the only thinker in your universe. They only have power to get to you through the power of your mind. When they bother you, you get to thinking about it. You get to letting it bother you, because you are thinking that you're that thought. You're thinking that you're that annoyed thought. Those thoughts that tell you that you're annoyed, you're not those thoughts. Those thoughts that tell you that you should be angry over that, or that person just did something to upset you, or that person just made you upset. Oh, that person just made me mad. That's the devil. You're not those thoughts. All right. And you have to tell yourself you're not those thoughts, because those thoughts will produce a negative emotion. Those thoughts will produce a negative feeling. You tell your thoughts what to think. You tell your feelings how to feel. You tell your body how to react. That's what Reverend Ike taught. You tell your mind what to think. Tell your body how to feel. Tell tell your mind what to think. Tell your feelings how to feel. Tell your body how to react. Because if you don't tell your body how to react, that narcissist is going to be talking to your body, and you're thinking that that narcissist is talking to you. The devil is using them spiritually to attack you, to fill you with sickness and disease. That's why they're trying to fill you with that rage, that anger, get you upset, keep you on edge, keep you boggled down in a prison of unhappiness and frustration. I've been there, and I know you've seen it. All right, y'all have seen that in all my past videos where I was talking about these people and how they were affecting me and how they were bothering me. But now I've overcome that. They are not. They will never have this. All praise be to and glory be to God. They will never have the same amount of effect on me after I found this out. And they won't have the same amount of effect on you either, because you are not those thoughts. Those thoughts they try to implant in your head, those thoughts that they try to make you feel, that anger, that rage, you're not that. It's not you, because you're not those thoughts. Those thoughts that they try to make you feel will try to get those thoughts that they try to make you think will make you feel a negative way. All right. And you're not those thoughts, and you're not those feelings. So you have to practice detachment, and you have to detach yourself. When those angry thoughts come to you, I'm not those thoughts. I'm not the thought that produces that negative feeling. And when you realize that you're not the thought that produces that negative feeling, you're going to realize, well, what thought am I? Well, what feeling do I want produce? What thought am I? You control the thoughts that come into your mind. If a thought comes into your mind that you don't want, you have the power to reject it. Just because it's a thought in your mind doesn't mean it's you, doesn't mean it's your thought. You are not your thought. The mind thinks 60,000 thoughts a day. You got TV, you got radio, you got people walking around, the devil using them, speaking negativity in the air so it'll go into your ear so you hear it. You are not your thoughts. So when people try to make you upset, when people say things that try to bother you, they can't. They don't have the power to bother you. They only have the power through your mind. Like you go through 4 stages before you get upset about something. You think about it, you put it in your mind, you entertain it, you allow it to bother you start to get a feeling of being upset, and then you become angry and upset, and you start to dwell in that feelings, on those thoughts. All right, so don't dwell. All right, um that's why the Bible says when you're in the Father's house, everything is okay. Because what do in a house? You dwell in it. Whatever negative thought you have, that's the house that you're dwelling in. So if those narcissists can get you upset, you're dwelling in the house of being upset. Those narcissists can make you angry, you're dwelling in anger. You're dwelling in frustration. You're dwelling in all those negative things that the devil's trying to use the narcissist to get you to do, because you're in a peaceful mind state, and you're feeling good and you're happy before you deal with them. And the narcissist, like the devil, comes to seek, devour, kill, and destroy. They want to kill that happiness. And how you don't let them do it is you continuously program your mind. You are not what is going on around you. You are not affected by what goes on around you. It may you may think that you are, but that's why you don't base your faith according to appearances. That's why the Bible says don't base your faith according to appearances. All right. You are not even when it comes down to poverty, even when it comes down to your own negative thoughts, you are not those thoughts. You tell your mind what to think. If your mind hits you with some negativity because a big old bad narcissist came by, I'm not those thoughts. Those are the thoughts from that narcissist. That person is sick. They're trying to make me sick. I'm not going to be sick with them. All right. I'm not those thoughts. I'm not those feelings. Like, people will slam doors. People will bang on walls. People will get you upset. Maybe you have some narcissistic neighbors that just keep upsetting you and driving you up a wall. You may have to keep uh, telling yourself this, and it may not be as easy when the people are right up on you and right up underneath you. Excuse the noise, but the one thing that you can do and rely on is your own mind, because your mind is more powerful than these demons. because your mind is connected to God, and you are God when it comes to your mind. When you focus on negativity and these demons, you're giving them power, you're giving them authority, and you're making them God in your mind. And how you not do that is by telling yourself that you are not those thoughts. Because when you think that you are those thoughts, you're making those thoughts a God in your mind. You're worshiping false gods. So stop worshiping false gods. These narcissists are not your God. They're not powerful. They don't have the power to make you angry. They don't have the power to affect you. These gang stalkers, they don't have the power to affect you. They don't have the power to get on your nerves. All they can do is try, and if they do, it's through the power of your very own mind. When they get to you, when they get on your nerves, you have to check yourself. Don't even worry about them. Okay, so and so got me upset, they got on my nerves. I got to check myself. Something that they did was able to get to me. Something that they did was able to get underneath your skin. When something can get underneath your skin, it's going to get in your mind and get in your head, and it's going to affect you in a negative way, and it's going to steal your peace, and you're not going to be able to feel good. So if you want to keep that peace, if you want to know and how to make people have absolute zero power over your life with what they say and with what they do, that's what you do. You realize that your mind thinks 60,000 thoughts a day, and you are not those thoughts. All right, you're not all those thoughts. All those negative thoughts. If you think you're all those thoughts that you think all day, you will never be happy. You will be happy, and a negative thought will come snatch it away. All right. So and it takes work and it takes practice. But the more you tell yourself you're not those thoughts, this is going to heal your mind. It's going to bring you to a peaceful mind state. It's going to allow you to have peace. It's going to allow you to have joy. It's going to allow you to take your happiness back, because you're not those thoughts. And when you tell yourself you're not your thoughts, then your mind is subject to find out what thoughts it is. And then you realize that you are the only person that has power over your mind, once you realize that you just have to take responsibility over what you think and what the thoughts that you put in your mind and the thoughts that you entertain in your mind. That's why you only focus on what you want, and that's how you only focus on what you want. And when you free up your mind and you tell yourself that you are not those negative thoughts and you're not all your thoughts, you have the power and authority to choose what you think. Your mind is going to be waiting for you at this point. It's going to be waiting for you to direct it and guide it, and it's going to be waiting for you to ask God to guide it and direct it. And when you ask God to guide you and direct your mind, He'll give you the tools to guide yourself and direct your life. So that way your mind will be incorporated in that as well, and you'll be able to stay on track. You'll be able to stay positive. Like, for the longest time, you'll end up thinking that you're a positive person, but you may not be as positive as you really thought, if you still have a whole bunch of thoughts that you're entertaining that aren't positive and they're negative. So what you have to do is you have to take control over your mind. You have to take your power back from these narcissists, and you have to realize that they don't have power or control over your mind. They don't have power or control over your thoughts. You do. You are the only thinker in your universe. Everybody's mind is a world, and everybody is the God of their world. All right. So you don't let anybody else become the God of your world in your mind. That's what the whole free will is about. You are God in your life. You are God over your mind, over your body, over your spirit. As far as telling it what to do to become successful, as far as telling it what to do to ignore certain thoughts and get certain people up out of your life and get certain people up out of your mind, renting space in your head. The rent is too high, and the rent is too high because you know what to think. You know how to use your mind now. You know that even if somebody makes you feel negative, you're not the thoughts that create that negative feeling, because that's a false feeling. If that thought is not yours, if you're not that thought, that feeling is not yours either. Both of them gotta go. Both of them gotta go. That negativity can't eat here. That jealousy can't eat here. That hatred can't eat here. That poverty can't eat here. When you tell yourself you are not your thoughts. When you tell yourself you're not your thoughts, you're putting yourself in a position to tell yourself what to think. When you tell yourself you're not your thoughts, you're putting yourself in a position to tell your body how to feel. To tell your feelings how to feel. And when you tell yourself you're not your thoughts, you're putting yourself in control over how your body reacts to negativity and negative situations. And the more you learn how to deal with this, you're creating a new neurological pathway in your mind, so that way you won't be triggered, because all a trigger is a heightened response of negative energy. All a trigger is a negative response to a situation that your mind formed a pathway to. Now when that same situation happens, or when you see those same people, or when you deal with that a similar experience, that's how your body reacts to that. All you have to do is reprogram your mind so that you can reprogram how you feel, so that way you'll reprogram how your body reacts to these people, these situations, and these things. It's been another DrewTube special, all right, out here in the heart of nature. God bless everybody. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, this is the video you all been waiting for. All right, make sure you rewind it. Make sure you take notes. Sit back and take notes. All right, and make sure you sit back, take notes. There's a lot of good information in this video. Make sure you come back to it, write it down. Whenever you're upset, whenever you feel frustrated, whenever you feel vexed, remember, you are not your thoughts. All right, you are only what you think all day long. If you don't know that you're not your thoughts, and you're consumed with negativity, no matter how positive you think you're going to be, you're going to end up being a negative person. So you want to be a positive person. All right. So you want to make sure that you're not lying to yourself when you're telling yourself, oh, I'm positive. Because when you tell yourself all these positive affirmations, if you don't take control of your mind and these negative thoughts are still able to attack you, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be at the hem, and you're going to be at the crushing blows of your own thoughts, and you don't want to be destroying yourself. All right. So now that you know how to a little bit more on how to use your mind, now that you are aware on how to get these negative feelings and these negative thoughts out of your spirit, so that way these narcissists lose more power and you gain more power, hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. And most definitely share this video with anybody that has ever said anything to you about narcissism, gang stalking, or energy vampires, because they need to see it. I'll see everybody in the next video. This has been another DrewTube special. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels. Shout out to the Galactic family. If you watch this video up into the last minute right here, you're a real soldier. All right. I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.